Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking cost of living here in Las Vegas. Are you thinking about moving to Vegas? Is it really that cheap to move here? We're going to go over a national perspective looking at the cost of living. Then we're going to be looking at a few different cities where people are moving from the most and compare it to those locations. Do me a huge favor though, at the end of this video, if you were down with it, please shoot it a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel for more Vegas and Summerlin content. All right, so heading over here to flyhomes.com. Is Las Vegas expensive to live in? Las Vegas is part of Las Vegas Henderson Paradise metro area, which is ranked 105 out of the 273 cities across the U.S. in terms of cost of living. According to C2ER, the Council for Community and Economic Research, the cost of living in Las Vegas is estimated to be 96.5% of the national average, making it an average U.S. city. Then as we scroll down here, we're going to see a few different stats. Cost of living compared to national average, like we said, 4% lower. Housing prices compared to national average, though, 2% higher. And as we scroll over here, going to look at a few different categories. You may or may not use all these things, but nonetheless gives you an idea of different items and what they cost here in Las Vegas. So milk, 2% higher. Bread, 5.81% higher. A hamburger is 49.68% lower. Great for those hamburger lovers. Large pizza, 3.2% lower. Chicken, 2 pieces only though, 10.62% lower. A doctor's visit is 36.25% lower. A dentist visit, 19.19% lower. Rent, 3.23% lower. However, mortgage, 4.62% higher. Gas, 12.85% higher. An energy bill, probably due to those hot Las Vegas summers, 10.1% higher. Then as we scroll down here, we're going to see a cost of living calculator for Las Vegas. Now, this is basically just saying, if you want to live comfortably in Las Vegas, this is how much money you have to make. So if you're single and your family type is single, your required pre-tax income is $67,922. Your required post-tax income is $52,436. Then they kind of show you a breakdown here of the different categories, what you'd be spending yearly if you were to live here in Las Vegas. Drop a comment below though. If you're a single person and you make around this amount of money, do you think you really need to make more money here to live comfortably? Do you need to make less money? Really, obviously, it depends on people's lifestyles and things, but want to get your thoughts in the comments below. All right, let's look at married people. Let's look at married with some kids. Married with some kids. So your required pre-tax income, $122,589. Your required post-tax income, $102,607. Then here is your breakdown of items if you're going to be living here in Las Vegas. So that was to live comfortably. Then they do this down here. What is a livable salary in Las Vegas? So they have the median household income of $70,723. Median individual income of $40,905. If you live in Las Vegas, drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Are these accurate, or do you think that these numbers actually need to be higher or lower? Give me your thoughts. All right, so we're over on Redfin real quick. We're just going to use this for reference. So here's the top 10 places people are moving from to Las Vegas. Now, this is not actual numbers. This is what they're considering net inflow, but this is just based on their search parameters on redfin.com. But we're going to be looking at a few of these different cities. Actually, we'll probably run through these really quickly on NerdWallet. So let me jump over there real quick. All right, so over here on NerdWallet, going to use their cost of living calculator to compare different cities to Las Vegas. So let's start with Los Angeles. So the cost of living is 33% lower here in Las Vegas compared to Los Angeles. So the housing cost is 55% lower, transportation costs 10% lower, food costs 7% lower, entertainment costs 26% lower, healthcare costs 18% lower. Then I think Seattle was number 2. So 32% lower here in Las Vegas compared to Seattle. Housing costs 51% lower, transportation costs 13% lower, food costs 9% lower, entertainment costs 30% lower, healthcare costs 38% lower. So, all right, then San Francisco, they were third on that list. So the cost of living here in Las Vegas is 42% lower than San Francisco. Housing costs 63% lower. Transportation costs 14% lower. Food costs 14% lower. Entertainment costs 29% lower. Healthcare costs 31% lower. Then they had San Diego on there as well. Oops, let's go back. Yep, San Diego. So Las Vegas is 30% lower overall when it comes to cost of living than San Diego. Housing costs is 51% lower. Transportation costs 9% lower. Food costs 10% lower. Entertainment costs 25% lower. Healthcare costs 16% lower. Then there was a couple Texas cities on here. So Houston was one of them. Okay, so the cost of living is 3% higher overall here in Las Vegas compared to Houston. Housing cost is 27% higher. Transportation cost is 22% higher. Food costs 6% higher. Entertainment costs 18% lower. Healthcare costs 9% lower. Then Dallas was on there as well. Let's look at Dallas. So the cost of living is 4% lower here in Las Vegas, but the housing cost is 6% higher. Transportation costs 32% higher. Food costs 7% higher. Entertainment costs 21% lower. Healthcare costs 20% lower. Then they had New York. New York. Interesting. We're just gonna pick one of these New York ones. Let's just do Manhattan. But the cost of living is 57% lower here in Las Vegas. Housing costs 79% lower. Transportation costs 1% lower. Food costs 6% lower. Entertainment costs 33% lower. Healthcare costs 33% lower. Then we had Chicago. So Las Vegas compared to Chicago, overall 13% lower. Housing costs are 22% lower. Transportation costs 6% higher. Food costs 2% higher. Entertainment costs 22% lower. Healthcare costs 19% lower. Then Washington, D.C. was on this list. Washington, D.C. Yeah, there we go. All right, so D.C. So Vegas, 32% lower than Washington, D.C. Housing costs are 55% lower. Transportation costs 6% higher. Food costs 2% lower. Entertainment costs 26% lower. Healthcare costs 26% lower. And then to finish it off, it was Honolulu. This one's going to be lower, obviously. So 45% lower overall cost of living, Las Vegas compared to Honolulu. Housing costs 66% lower. Transportation costs 9% lower. Food costs 5% lower. Entertainment costs 35% lower. Healthcare costs 31% lower. All right, so when you're looking at Las Vegas cost of living compared to the national average, it's about 4% cheaper to live here in Las Vegas than most of the cities here in the US. But when you're looking at specific cities, a lot of times it's a lot cheaper to live in Las Vegas, especially when it comes to housing. But at the end of the day, it really depends where you're coming from, because Vegas, to a lot of people that live here already, that are locals, yeah, it's not that cheap to live here. But when people are moving here from different cities where that housing cost is so much higher, it feels like a bargain for sure. Do me a huge favor, drop a comment below. Give me your thoughts on what you feel about Las Vegas cost of living. Where did you come from? Is it cheaper here than where you came from? Is it more expensive than where you came from? Let me know in the comments below. One more thing, if you were down with this video, please shoot it a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel for more Vegas and Summerlin content.